a rabbit in a log and I ain't got no dog. How will I get him? I know. I was born and raised in the foothills of the Appalachians located in Lawrence County, Ohio. I was the fifth of 8 children born into my home. My father was in and out of our life during the early years, but then right after my 8th birthday, he decided he'd like to have something better for himself, and he left us for my mom to raise alone. There she was with 6 daughters, 2 sons, between the ages of 2 and 15. Her one goal was to make sure we all stayed together. Now, that wasn't easy for a woman with just a high school degree and no work experience. With $125, my mom purchased a crumbling log house up in a hollow. This house had no indoor plumbing. It had a coal stove in the living room for heat, and it was being used as a barn when we got it. I remember the day that we shoveled out the horse manure and scrubbed the floors so we could move in. We used to nail quilts over door openings to try to make the heat stay in one room. We'd sleep 3 and 4 to a bed for warmth, but Mom didn't sleep in a bed. She dozed on the couch next to the stove to try to keep the fire going. We drew water from a well with a bucket and a rope, sometimes fishing dead animals out and pouring in a gallon of bleach to try to remedy the problem. Now, in those days, divorce was a shame to all family members, and a divorced woman was the object of gossip, harassment, and ridicule. Not only did Mom have to ask for help, she had to demonstrate her need for it when she had to sign up for welfare. There were times when all 8 of us would follow in behind her to prove that we existed to the caseworker's office. What I remember most about those visits was that the workers appeared bothered by our needs and seldom, if ever, made eye contact. It was as though we didn't care about things like pride and dignity. I know what it means if someone won't make eye contact with you. It means you're invisible. You have no value. My brothers and sisters and I carried into the community with us the bondage of abandonment, poverty, and shame. You see, I am a daughter who cannot be loved by her father. I have been called white trash and welfare trash, and I was well aware that your daddy paid for my lunch. I overheard teachers and other adults gossip about our family. Even young friends came to me and said they could not play with me because of our family situation. It truly was my mom and her kids against the world. We were all we had. Now, Mom had, in the midst of this darkness, a dream that her children would go to college. That was a hard pill for me to swallow because I hated school. Aside from the social aspects, it was very difficult for me to concentrate and learn when my belly was empty and my mind was tortured with our life circumstances. But my mom's greatest gift in life is her ability to deny all of reality. And she was determined her children would go to college. She was very resourceful and creative in finding ways to show us that learning could be fun. A bookmobile came to a village about 3 miles away from our house. Mom made sure we went every week, even if we had to walk. We would check out 50 books at a time. Mom read novels and poetry to us. On nights too hot to sleep indoors, we carried blankets outside, and she taught us the constellations. She went to the extension office and collected 4-H club material, starting a club herself, and we were the club. Mom's efforts paid off. Out of the 6 of us have college degrees. That includes 5 masters, a doctorate, and a law degree. Thank you. My mom went back to college when she was 40 and earned a bachelor's degree in special ed and taught many years before she had to retire. Thank you. There are three main lessons that Mom taught us. Number 1, education is a requirement, not an option. I truly believe education is one of the keys to overcoming poverty. Second, we must be each other's champion or we would not survive. In the ancient days, when warriors would fight hand-to-hand combat to the death, if you were wounded and left on the battlefield to die, it was your champion who would run to you, link arms with you, pull you up, and fight for you till you could fight for yourself. Mom taught us how to be champions. And then finally, Mom taught us that we were created for a purpose, and that purpose is good. You see, if I just thought I was here by accident, I'm just a blob of cells that happened by chance, what hope could there be for a person like me? But if I believe that I was created for a good purpose, it changes everything. And with that mindset, every difficulty I have to endure is simply training ground to prepare me to accomplish that great purpose. Our Western society is an accomplishment-based society. We value people based on the letters behind their names, the house they live in, their bank account, the model car they drive. But what if we were different? What if we valued people based on character and how they treated other people? What if we could look at every individual and see the potential of that wonderful purpose being fulfilled? You see, my brothers and sisters and I were very valuable people, even before we had college degrees and houses with bathrooms. Education is a requirement. It's not an option. You must be each other's champion or you will not survive. And you were created for a purpose, and that purpose is good. I will continue my mom's message in hopes that people who are struggling in life's difficulties will find the strength to overcome. Thank you. I want to shout out, thank you.